That Flash trailer was epic. That shit was beautiful. It was better than that shitty ass No Way Home trailer. That shit was fire. I ain't gonna lie. Y'all saw me in that trailer reaction. I was getting a little bit emotional because I was really feeling that shit. This is the first ever fucking Flash movie we are getting. And that shit looked fucking good. I'm glad they held back and did them reshoots. Look, Ezra Miller, I don't know why you doing some bullshit. This shit look good. Ezra Miller, why? Why would you doing all that shit?
Because you people were hating on him so bad, you caused him to have a psychological fucking meltdown.
It is not my fault.
You were hating on him for no reason. I've been telling you from day the guy's good as Flash. Like, I can see he's good at already. Like, I know people forever, they're gonna go on. Like, there's one or two things are gonna happen. There's gonna be a lot of collective memory loss about all the abuse he's been getting as Flash. I said from the Joss Whedon version, I was like, look, I don't think anything could have saved what happened in Joss Whedon. No actor, no human being actor,
not even Martin Scorsese could have done that.
You know, whoever it was, if they were in that role in that film, it would have been terrible. In Zack Snyder's Justice League, I saw tons of potential for him. Tons. I thought he was really good in it. And so with a director who even knows more what he's doing in the storytelling department, I don't see why Ezra Miller couldn't be a good Flash. Plus, Ezra Miller in other films is fucking great. So it's not just that, you have to look at the actor's whole body of work. So look, in the end of the day, I think what he was so sad. It was so. We don't know that he groomed kids, by the way.
That's an accusation.
Let's cut that.
That is an accusation.
That's an accusation. But in the end of the day, I know he did all of this bullshit. But you can separate what the person did from the performance. That's what I have always been trying to say. Like, these are two distinct things. Somebody can be a complete asshole, but be a great actor. It's very unfortunate. That's the way the world works. People who are fucking brilliant could be fucking pieces of shit. So, but, apart from that, like, this trailer was so, again, if you're a Flash fan, this should be what you've always wanted to see from childhood. And if you don't support it, the Flush. I've been telling people from day this movie's going to be good. It just sounded good. Anyway, go on. Sorry.
I saw people, that had their fair. And to be fair, I'll say this: this is a fair, honest criticism you can have of like what this movie should have been. I don't think it should have been a Flashpoint movie, but with what they're doing and how they're using it, and even with the context of what the story is in, I still think it looks good. Preferably, I wouldn't want this to be a Flashpoint movie. I think that's something.
I think it could be a Flash origin movie. I think looking at what he's doing with this movie, you easily could have done a Flash origin movie.
Agreed.
Just as epically. So,
Mike. So, all right, let me get up the parts of the trailer because Nerdman, there was parts of the trailer that had me. It's that first shot, the very first shot where Barry comes in. You can see his tears are alert. Let me bring this up. As soon as
I'm here for my mom. Yeah, I know.
As soon as he comes in,
you can go anywhere.
You can see them tears coming out of his eyes. He's about to walk up on his. I'm glad he chose a shower here because it set the tone. I think it's why I was feeling emotional because the way he started off right here with this shot. Man.
Yeah.
And that suit looks good. I don't care. That suit looks good. I like it. Way better.
I like all the suits. There's different suits that we've seen in this. Yeah, it's like I think that's the other Flash though, isn't it? Right? Like it's
No,
not.
no. So this is the
That's
one in this suit is the main Barry. So this one's the main
you
Barry.
think that's the main Barry because I think
Yes,
he's
yes.
putting on a different facial expression that's more like the other Barry. But anyway, let's see.
This one's the main one, and I'm a so. Well, let me ask. We know that there's an evil version of Flash in this movie, right?
Yeah,
Now, do you think it's one of the Barrys?
I have no idea.
Okay, so someone put a shot in the trailer, and it changed the whole perception of it because it's actually the two Barrys that we see, our Barry and this other Barry. They're both fighting the evil Flash. So one of them, who I thought was going to become evil, is not going to be evil. So we got to figure out who this third Barry Allen is as evil or
Another
whatever.
timeline. Another universe. So why do you want to stay?
Batfleck. They didn't show much of Batfleck in this trailer. They pretty much hid him. We don't know where he's rushed to.
I want to say one thing as well. Had Andy Machete this universe, really like just after even this trailer, I could see that this is the guy for the fucking universe. Like James Gunn doesn't fit. I know he's done Guardians of the Galaxy MCU, blah blah blah. Hand Andy Machete the keys. That's what they should have done. That's really what they should have done. They should have just piled on the money and just sort of like to take over this universe and like get it, like, because I can see this guy gets it. This guy fucking gets it. And again, I'm gonna give James Gunn a chance, whatever, but I don't want to see MCU looking movies at DC. This looks distinct. This doesn't look like an MCU movie. Do you know what I'm saying?
Right.
Even that Shazam one, Shazam 2, because Shazam 1 didn't look like an MCU movie, but Shazam 2, that trailer looked MCU-ish. And that's what kind of like I felt like I like this, but there's something that's lost from the first movie, some magic, some spark.
Well, I think it's because, and this second movie for Shazam, right, is definitely, from what it looks like to me, they're going to probably prioritize a new area that I thought was lacking for the first movie, which was the action. Because what makes the first movie so special, and this is why sometimes when you sacrifice your action, you get a great story. Or when you sacrifice your story, you get some great action set pieces in a movie that really doesn't mean nothing. Hopefully Shazam still has the balance, but I think that's what still regardless helps Shazam, because you have no choice but to focus on the dialogue and all the other stuff.
But the second half of the trailer, the Shazam, if you notice, the second half of the Shazam trailer is much better when he starts getting more serious. But in any case, there was like heavy on the jokes. Oh, this is a funny, like all of that kind of bullshit. Who is that? Wait. Oh, no. I thought that was one of his rogues.
So why do you want to stay and fight to save this one?
He looks good. Supergirl.
This is the world where my mom lives. I'm not going to lose her again.
Rogue Comics, by the way, I don't. Just to answer Rogue, like I don't watch Marvel trailers anymore. The whole MCU universe, unless it's like something super exciting, I'm not bothered with it. So just to let you know, I'm not in a bad way. It's just not for me. But go on, Kados.
His mom looks dead. I'm assuming this is them showing how his mom died. Hopefully it's Reverse Flash that killed him, because even then, Nerdman, this movie's still being used for the reboot. Let's say they do keep this version of Flash. You can still work Reverse Flash still into the future of whatever James Gunn is doing. So that's why I'm still hoping Reverse Flash is the reason his mom dies in the story.
Yeah.
Even if he's not showing up in his first movie.
I want them to keep the Wonder Woman and the Henry Cavill cameos in this, because I think those will be tight.
Different worlds.
They probably did. Who knows? Like I said, it's just rumor and speculation. We don't know if they did take him out. For sure.
I hope they don't, because it's bullshit. I don't want
on my face.
So the one on the left is our main Barry. The one on the right is the Barry from this new timeline that was created. So, because usually, okay, in the Flashpoint comic, whenever he did change time, he went back to that time. It didn't do like a create another Barry. So it looks like whatever he did, he created another Barry in place of where he was supposed to be at when he came to this Earth. Because he just chose to stay here. From what it says in the trailer, he chose to just stay here because his mom was here. That's the only reason he chose to stay here. But we know.
Do you think the fact he's wearing yellow is significant? Can you go back? Is he wearing yellow and red? Like yellow, mainly yellow, but with a little bit of red.
Nah, just some yellow. I mean, this one's wearing like red. This one's wearing yellow. I mean,
do you know what I'm saying? Like that could be significant,
right? It's probably saying like for this story, they both need each other in order to complete whatever they need to complete. Like two Flashes are better.
Or it could be Reverse Flash, because sometimes Reverse Flash does change his face.
People. Yep.
He changes his face to become. But I hope they eventually choose a different actor.
Hope
for
Andy
Reverse Flash.
I
don't want.
Hey, Akansha, if this movie's really good, hey, get Andy to direct this Superman movie. Because even before they was, before James Gunn came in, Walter Matthau, they was talking about keeping Andy on to direct the
Justice League. Yeah,
they liked how this movie came out. Now we don't know how this movie came out yet. We haven't seen it, but this trailer.
I know this is good. I know it. I don't even. I'm telling you, I'll be there day one. Day one, this is going to be one of my favorite DC movies. Flash is like my fourth favorite DC character, bro, and it's killing it. It's fucking killing it. It makes all those multiverse trailers make all the multiverse trailers from the MCU look like a piece of shit. And the films, this film's already better than No Way Home, straight up. I said it like. As soon as I started hearing about this movie, I was like, it's better than No Way Home. And it's going to be.
I think when this is why I went from this movie, I wanted to show time travel in a very in time travel in a way where it's a lot of stakes to it. It's not just I hate to bring it up, but you travel to a different timeline. You can take all these Infinity Stones and nothing happened to them universes like that.
Yeah.
You put them right back where they was at, and everything is all perfect and good. Like, no, there should be consequences.
Yeah, there should be consequences.
There should be a consequence immediately, like as soon as this happens. Like, I want to see the Back to the Future time travel in this movie, because like I said, when Marty tried to time travel, he couldn't do things like interact with certain people. If his parents didn't get together, he would have faded away. Like, I need that type of time travel. I need consequences with this, not that safe bullshit. And that's what challenges the writers, because they know there's continuity that needs to that you need to be conscious about, and that's what's going to be challenging. If you have the time travel that's as consequence, the butterfly effect time travel, that shit, consequences. What's up, Stormy? What's up? You don't have to say
I know you guys cannot see my face, but I'm smiling. I'm cheesing. We fucking got a trailer that's amazing. That is just so fucking beautifully done that I'm just so happy. Hey, Nerdman. Nice to see you.
Hey, how are you doing?
Hello, everybody out there that's watching. Tados, thank you for inviting.
The fucking ring, dude. The ring looks so good.
So right
fucking
here,
good.
As you see right here, Barry with the curly hair, the new Barry created, is seeing our Barry get his powers. This looks like his origin sequence where he gets his powers, or
yeah, it does. That's definitely because you can even see the chemicals, and maybe he's like they
might be recreating, trying to get his powers, because maybe whatever he did with this new time travel, just like in the Flashpoint comics, he had to get his powers back. He did lose them, but then he had to try and get them back. This could be him trying to recreate that so he can get his powers. This Barry probably has his powers, while our Barry lost his powers in whatever he did, saving his mom and stuff. What do you think, Storm? Like, so far, we got to this far in trailer. What do you think about trailer so far? From what you
I love it. I love the trailer. Just a real quick shout out. Hey, Mike, thanks for hating as always. Love that, brother. Love it when you hate on the DC. And sorry that the MCU, has to, basically be buried today with this trailer. So sorry. Rest in peace. Anyways, absolutely, Nerdman should not change ever. He's a treasure to the DC fan base. Treasure, I tell you. But everything from the start of this trailer to now has me freaking hooked. I love the way that they shot this. Everything, the detail that you can see of everything. It's not so much as dark anymore where you can just see everything and it pulls you into the damn movie. Like you want to see more. Like even this one right here, even when he put his face, he was like, you have my face. And it's like, I wanted somebody to do, and just like I know I came in when you were talking about a time travel, it's like exactly. I wanted somebody to do the time travel correctly, where it does have a butterfly. There is consequences to what you do. Anything you change, even though it might be the best intention, it's going to have a ripple effect. So I'm loving that they're bringing that in here.
Right. Because
making the time travel make sense as well. It's like that's the other thing. Like with No Way Home, it was like kind of not again, not to shit on No Way Home. I think their time travel made a little bit more sense. Or no, it wasn't time travel, it was universe hopping or whatever. It made a little bit more sense than
if you compare
the Avengers movies.
Time travel, this is I don't want that. I want something more.
But the whole thing with they make a joke out of it with the spell, and then like he's just saying stupid stuff while Doctor Strange is doing the spell. I hope they don't do stuff like that. I hope they give a solid reason for time travel, which is it's kind of in Barry's powers, so it kind of makes it's always going to make sense with the Flash.
That Flash
ring it's simple, but it makes sense. So that's good. That Flash ring is sick.
Uzi is literally just a suit that he just pops off the container and then it just pops out. It's some futuristic Flash ring. That shit looks tight. I can now I know why Ezra Miller remember when he got arrested in Hawaii and then he was Flash ring don't take it had his social security card in it. It had everything in it. That was his life was inside that ring.
Oh, come on. Look at Rogue. He's taking it personal. I think Stormy was joking, by the way, Rogue, if you're still there.
Oh, my God.
I'm pretty sure
it's okay. He still has us in the background. It's fine. He's not gone anywhere. It's okay.
The same commercial Zod played from the first movie. I like that they're tying this all the way back to Man of Steel to kind of just close it up, bringing back the very first villain we got. Stuck with in his universe. And the premise of this is that Barry creates a world without metahumans, and now there's nobody to stop this threat.
Stop Zod. But I hope that Flash does have a Flash villain, like a proper Flash villain that's a presence throughout the movie, not just like one that comes in the third act.
Yeah, that's what I think. Zod is. I think Zod, because he says to Barry later in the trailer, like, we've been waiting for you. I feel like Zod is just nothing more than a tool for this Flash we're going to deal with. That's actually the one helping Barry mess up the timeline and do whatever he.
What would be hilarious? Because there are some problems. Like I know a lot of people love Zod, and I'm not like the biggest fan of Man of Steel. I think it would be kind of hilarious if like Flash actually points out like some of the holes in his plan to him. Like, dude, wait a second, why are you trying to turn it into Krypton? Aren't you going to lose your powers?
Like, hey man, I like what you're trying to do, but you got some holes in your plan.
I think because I always thought he could make an amazing Zod, and I don't think he was incredible in Man of Steel. So I hope he gets redeemed.
I liked him in Man of Steel. Like I said, he was really the only things I liked from Man of Steel. We see Sasha Calle, Supergirl. She's like I said, she's just parallel to Superman in the Flashpoint comics.
What is that? Is that a spine? Ooh, it's horrible.
Possibly doing experiments on her.
Yeah, they got her locked up, poking some stuff in her back. That looks disgusting.
It does.
But see, this is the type of nasty shit Andy Muschietti's into. You know, when you get these horror directors who give you stuff like this.
But it also draws you in a way where you're just like, okay, I want to know more. Like, why is this person like this? What's going on? Like, it also that little bit draws you in as well.
Right. Oh my god.
She looks tight as well. Supergirl looks tight in this.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really hoping like they don't change stuff of what Andy Muschietti was doing just because of the new DC universe, because it looks like he's got a handle on this and it's a story he wanted to tell. Just let it, you know, whatever happens, whether it's what do you call it, like whether it's suggestive of, you know, a different path for DC,
Right.
just it's the end of the DCEU. Just let it be the end of the DCU. Let him have his Wonder Woman
DC always had the best
and Superman Cavill.
Thank you.
I honestly, I mean, people might go, "Oh, this is a change for DC," but I think DC has been doing a lot of good movies with very, very bad management behind them for a while. I mean, they've had horrible movies as well, but
yeah, it's just that the management got lucky with some good people like Todd Phillips, Matt Reeves,
yeah.
Patty Jenkins for the first
one.
Patty
Jenkins for the first one, yeah, exactly. The
Jason
Shazam
one with Aquaman and
Shazam, even, you know.
What's David F. Sandberg? Yeah, for Shazam, like they was getting lucky with some stuff because they got some talent that care. I said, if you get a director, most of these studios, they just hire people that just here to collect a paycheck. Like there needs to be passion behind what you're doing, and you need to get passionate directors. Like I understand, you know, sometimes someone who's just here for the money could get the job done, but those people just here for the money. They only here for that money. But some people
Muschietti isn't just Muschietti isn't a director for hire. You know, he's an actual he's not an auteur yet, but like he's literally like an artistic director, and that's the difference.
He doesn't just do anything.
This shit right here made my teeth fucking shiver, dude.
Nerdman, before you go, let me get Danny's comment real quick because he's doing some DC hate, and I'm gonna let you go. He said, "Wow, I'm shocked to see that this actually looks good." Hater. There's a shot where there is Flash with his foot against the Flash in a black suit. I wonder if that's Zoom. That shot, we're gonna get to it, Danny. That's my favorite shot from the trailer when both the Flash's boots hit. Epic. Thank you for the $10, Danny. Thank you.
The trailer, like when the trailer got, all the naysayers shut the fuck up. They really did.
I beg someone to say the Flush again. I beg them to say the Flush again.
Oh my god! Like fucking I will say this, like everyone was talking shit because there was no trailer. Now you can't freaking talk shit anymore.
Exactly. I've been saying from day that this one I think is going to be good. This shit right here, when you hear the fucking the Batman, the original Batman,
you see the fighting too. Like the fighting choreography looks amazing when you see him like go against, like, oh my god, like it gives me that Arkham Batman vibes. The fighting.
Yeah, Keaton is a fucking one of the goats. I suppose you can't be one of the goats, but to me, I love
he is.
Keaton is a, you know, some people say Adam West to go, but Keaton's impact on the Batman franchise is like he needs his flowers, because if it was not for his first movie or his second movie, Batman the Animated Series would have never ever come out. He's the reason for that. A lot of people undermine and forget that
he was also an excellent Batman. That's what I don't understand. It's all revisionist history now. Yeah, okay.
He was so good.
They didn't have the CGI, they didn't have the technology then to make Batman's fight scenes look dope. But that's how good his acting was, that he invested you in the character even though you didn't have that. You know, I think his performance was magnificent in both films, and
I agree with
and he allowed the villains to shine as well. He didn't like try and take over from them, which was a good thing. Sorry, Stormy, what are you going to say?
I'm going to say that really quick, that this man gave me goosebumps when he said the famous line, and then I was just like, oh my fucking god, yes. Oh yeah, please. Let me just have your babies at this point. Yeah.
Let me actually turn it up, because Stormy's right. We need to hear him say that line.
You are?
Yeah. I'm Batman.
Oh, still get the chills. Still get it.
When he said it, he looked like he really wanted to say, like, I know I'm Batman, you know. It's obvious I'm Batman.
Just chill. I'm a normal person. We can chill.
I love to see. I said in my trailer reaction, this is what I need from the DCU Batman. He plays straight to swoop down like a demon, like a bat demon. Just look at that shit.
Yeah.
Epic right there. That is epic.
Secondary's me. I would be like, oh god.
And there we
This
got.
is gonna be like one of the like, not to diss all the other DC films that are coming out this year, but I feel like this one's knock it out of the park compared to the others.
I do agree with you. I think this one, I think Shazam 2 will be. I think this Flash movie will be the one DC movie that is like the best of the year.
Look at the.
Oh no, I think it will be the best of the year. But I'll say this: I'm looking forward to the Shazam one. I like the trailer for the most part of Shazam. It was just the beginning was a little bit too silly for me, but again, that fits the character, so I give it some kind of it's a mitigating kind of thing because it actually fits the character. But this is beautiful. This is gonna.
Did you know they changed the color of Batfuck's I guess armor? It's blue now.
Yeah, they changed it blue. We do have another TV spot with extra footage, but we'll finish this trailer. Then there's another TV spot with extra footage.
Let's do it. Let's do it. Definitely.
Thank you, Ark.
I really like the blue. Like I think it works.
Well, thank you, Night Arkham. Night sent it.
Look at this.
And see, look at that Nerdman. Look at him. Look at that run. He's running like a real track star. Yeah, he was like this. He wasn't like this.
He studied. He knew the assignment.
See,
he came prepared.
After all that slander I was giving him about Hawaii and stuff, he was like, "Man, K-Dot really getting on my ass. I need to listen to this."
He's like, he thought that was his motivation. He's like, this is for K-Dot.
Oh man.
Hey, look, his run has never bothered me, but I'm glad he's running like this so that people can shut the fuck up about that. Because,
hey, it's a tweak. It's a tweak. You know, if you have to tweak it a little bit to shut up the haters.
It's just like, dude, like whatever. But like, yeah, it's better that he runs like this. No controversy. Nobody, But again, for me, I'd rather people try and do something unique and original, not like crazy, so it's just completely insane. But like, I'd rather people take risks, is what I'm trying to say, in filmmaking, than just give me exactly what I want or what they think I want, and then it's just like what they think everyone wants. It's non-offensive, nothing, that surprises or shocks. Or
I totally agree. Like, for me with the Flash movie, I never really wanted exact Flashpoint story. Like, I could just read the comic book if I were just getting the exact thing. Like, I wanted them to do their own thing and do adaptation. It's called adaptation for a reason.
Yeah, sure. I wouldn't mind seeing a live direct adaptation of the Flashpoint, though. That would
look
be
at that.
cool,
look how the cape just like falls. Do you see that?
It
looks beautiful.
Really,
it's beautiful.
It looks great.
Mm-hmm.
And this was his suit that was going to be in that Batgirl movie.
Mm-hmm.
So this is not even his original suit from the first movie. It still doesn't look like his neck moves. It looks like it's, but he'll make it work. Keaton always make it work.
Yeah,
he used to it. I love this shot right here. This shot right here was amazing. Let me slow that down just a little bit.
It's like multiple flashes at once.
Let me slow it down for the haters real quick. Oh, too fast.
Yeah, but I think that's the evil Flash
that's Barry 2.
Well, then maybe he's the evil Flash.
The Dark Flash. So I'll show you in a minute. Dark Flash was in this trailer, but Barry 2 is not Dark Flash. I thought Barry 2 was going to be Dark Flash.
No, he's not.
Oh, he's not. No.
Oh, look at that.
That's beautiful right there.
Oh my gosh.
Ooh. And I like the fact that they haven't showed us too much Flash action. Did he won? He did what do you call it? The infinite what's it? Infinite mass punch on fucking Feora.
No, that was wait on Feora. Where?
Yeah, he just did it on Feora.
That was
Look.
Supergirl.
No, that's not Supergirl.
That's Flash.
That was
That's
Supergirl.
Flash. That's Flash. Look.
No, that's Flash. Flash did that.
You mean right here?
No,
That's
Supergirl. No, that's Supergirl.
Yeah,
That's
she's
Supergirl.
fighting Zod. But
No,
Feora is
No, she's fighting Feora.
He's
That's
talking
Feora.
about the tornado thing that Flash
And the
did.
tornado. That's disgusting.
So all right, so that's Dark Flash right here. That's Barry too, and he's fighting Dark Flash, and he's wearing Keaton's one of his old prototype suits. Wow,
man, this looks incredible. I can't.
What they do to Affleck suit?
No. But look at the yellow. I like the yellow.
I like
the
yellow belt that made his suit blue. They finally gave people what they've been asking for: a Batman with the blue suit.
I like it. I really like.
What's up, Danny?
I don't like black and gray, but seeing blue and gray in live action, it works. You can make it work.
It's just this chess piece that gotta go. Everything else fine. That chess piece is ugly. Yeah. Whatever that shit is.
Can I ask everyone, since we're here, like, what do you think of Gunn's slate so far? Is everyone liking it?
Yeah. Iconic. It's. I need to see the films first, but from the slate, there's only two things that I have the issue with.
Because I mean I like all the parts of it, but I just don't know that you've got a Superman movie, then an Authority movie, then a Supergirl movie, then Brave and the Bold. I don't know that's the best thing to be putting out.
Right now,
the only movie there that makes sense to me is Superman and maybe Supergirl. But in between that, there should be Martian Manhunters and that kind of stuff. I think that would have been a little bit more interesting, especially coming after this. This could give them momentum.
Well, yeah, like I said, if this movie does good, and this movie does need to do good, it needs to make people need to like it, because this is literally starting the reboot.
Yeah,
and if this is leading into what we're going to be getting, this film is very it needs to be good regardless. So
can I say something before I go?
Oh yeah, go ahead and slander it if you want, Danny.
Something. This is the biggest fucking echo chamber I've ever heard in my life.
God.
I am watching the Super Bowl, having a good time, and I come on here to try to support Nerdman and K-Dots, and oh my God, y'all are listen, first of all, I want this movie to be successful. If you ever listen, anything I ever said, I want every superhero movie to be successful. But y'all acting like this is the best thing since sliced bread, and we ain't even seen it yet.
The Marvel slander has come.
Hold on. Let me finish.
Marvel slander has already come. All right, go on.
No, I ain't trying to hate on it. I hope it does well. I've always said that. But we have seen so many movies, MCU and DCU, that the trailers look fire. Then we get to the theater.
I've never seen an MCU trailer that looks fire.
That right there.
I mean, I have to say, the recent MC trailers, the only
I didn't say the recent.
Well,
Phase 4 is very underwhelming.
Best trailers we've gotten from.
But see, I'm an MCU fan. I can say that. Y'all act like everything that come out of DCU has been fucking gold, and that's far from the truth.
Danny, no, that's not true, because everybody on here on the panel knows that I have hated a lot of DCU.
Stormy, I'm not talking to you. I'm talking to them two up.
Thank you, Danny. You're so sweet. Thank you,
Danny. I've been saying Man of Steel was trash. I've been saying BVS was trash.
Yeah,
wow. But so you mean to tell me every MCU movie you saw, K-Dots is trash?
But
not every single. All right, in Phase 4,
no. I'm just saying.
No. I ain't saying that. I will give you Phase 4 is trash. It only had two movies that I really liked. The rest of it was poor heart garbage.
Yeah.
But I can say that, and I really want this movie. It looks really good.
I think sometimes the MCU movies have been better than their trailers, but I've never seen an MCU trailer.
You didn't think that Infinity War? You didn't think Infinity War trailer was fire?
Not really, no.
Danny, I'll tell you, the last MCU trailer that was fire was the Endgame trailer.
Oh yeah, I agree with that.
The Endgame trailer was okay. It was okay.
The Avengers trailer, the Avengers trailer, the first and second Avengers was good. I think the first Iron Man was good.
I was trying to think of the only trailer that I've seen of the MCU that I
You
really
don't think
like. I think
Quantumanium trailer looks good?
It might have been the Avengers one. I think it was the Avengers
trailer
one.
was tight because it came. Shouts out Jonathan Majors.
It wasn't tight at all. It looked terrible.
Wow.
I don't understand why people.
Did you see what MODOK looks like without the mask? Oh my God.
MODOK looked cool.
Hey,
but, like,
look,
I think
Jonathan
the whole trailer
Majors, like
looked
I say, he's
terrible.
gonna be the only good thing about the movie. He's gonna save that movie and keep it up.
Say that.
Wow.
What do you mean? Wow! Why are you saying?
It's true.
I'm just saying
Jonathan
because y'all
Majors
can't.
saved
Y'all
that
are
movie
objective.
at this
Y'all are not
point.
objective. Y'all are not. Objective.
People have different opinions. It's fine. No, we're not objective. We're single human beings with a singular perspective. Clearly, we're not objective. Yeah,
But MCU is trash. I will always say that MCU is trash.
Okay.
When
No,
James
I'm
Gunn
not
is coming
saying-
here to bring us some,
You asked me.
James
Mhm.
Gunn is already balanced to the superhero force that was missing. The MCU is the Jedi. There's too much of it. And DC has to be the Sith. We need to get rid of some of these Jedi to bring balance.
Oh my
What are you
Damn, that was a
talking
good ass
about?
analogy. Shit.
That was
The
a
one thing
terrible
that-
analogy.
I gotta give you props for that one. That was good. That was really good.
That was
Yeah.
yeah.
I didn't know where you were good. I didn't know where you were going. I was like, let's let them cook real quick. Let's let them cook. Then you delivered. So, okay, all right.
He brought it around. He brought it around. But
But-
we are
but-
the DC are the Jedi. Sorry, just to they're
So
the
you're
Sith.
saying that?
No, we're the Sith.
Oh no, we're the Sith. We're the
You're
Sith.
saying
We're
that both of the
100%.
Venom movies were great.
Oh,
Which
them
Venom
Venom movies
movies?
is trash. Them Sony movies trash. All of them. Oh, except for the Spider-Man movies. Some of the
Yeah,
Spider-Man.
they can't even have their own Spider-Man in the whole universe.
The MCU looks good because DC's management is terrible, and the rest of any other comic book movies from other different they don't make enough of them, or they're terrible.
Right.
So-
Look
Wonder Woman
and
84
DC
was good.
look at The Boys. The Boys, and that's taking out DC and Marvel. That's one of the best superhero shows we've seen in a while, and the only superhero shows that have been coming out.
It's better than every superhero show ever, apart from maybe Daredevil.
Yeah,
that's it.
And like I said,
those two are the best.
As long as we got variety in this superhero genre, all these movies could do good, regardless. Because when you just have too much of one thing, I'm sorry, I'm gonna get tired
I
of it.
agree with that, but I'm saying we all got to support all because they kind of link together. They're tethered together.
I'll support some of it.
Yeah, I'm not saying you gotta like it. I'm saying you have to support all comic book movies because if it gets this so-called superhero fatigue, then that's gonna hurt all of us, DCU and ECU. I mean,
no, absolutely, I agree with that. But I'm never going to an Ant-Man movie. It's not gonna happen.
You're not gonna watch Quantumania.
I'm not watching it. No.
Okay.
I'm no interest.
I'm gonna watch it for free.
But like, I didn't watch Black Panther either. I mean, if they brought out another Avengers movie, I'd watch it. Or I don't know.
Rogue. Watch it. The trailer's fire.
Wait, what MCU movies are even coming out? Like Quantum.
Supposed to be Quantumania and the Marvels this year, and another movie.
Oh, when they bring out the X-Men, then they'll get me back in cinemas. I'm not gonna just watch any.
They're talking about trying to do Fantastic Four. I'm not certain on that, but
Fantastic Four, depending on how who's cast and the tone and everything, I'll definitely go and watch a Fantastic Four movie. Absolutely. But if you're just gonna give me like, what are their names again? Like some of these characters, I don't know. Like, what's the other witch that's getting a TV show? Agatha Harkness, or
saying like who really wants to see a Blue Beetle? Who wants to see that?
Yeah, I'm not going to watch. I might not go and watch Blue Beetle because I think that's stupid. I like honestly, unless it wows me in the trailer.
Agatha Harkness. I'm sorry.
Yeah, who the hell wants to see Booster Gold? Who wants to see?
I don't want to see Booster Gold either.
I want to see Booster
Again,
Gold either,
I ain't going to watch it.
I would rather watch that over Agatha Harkness.
Those two specifically have to wow me. I'll watch Swamp Thing because I think Swamp Thing's cool, but I don't think that's a very good idea to be putting in cinemas. I think that's really stupid. They should have made that a TV show. But I think Swamp Thing is pretty cool.
That movie gonna be
but
amazing.
When they get to me with Booster Gold and Da, da, da. I'm
And,
like,
what
okay,
is
you've
it?
got to wow me now if
The
you want me
Monster
to go.
Commandos or something like that. Who wants?
Yeah, all of that stupid shit. That's what I'm saying. I think that's all James Gunny stuff, like Authority and Boost the Gold, and it's just like, do we really need this at this point, or do we need to be like more focused?
In my opinion, he need to focus on the Trinity. I would get them back up to par, and then I think, and this, I'm telling you, I'm looking at this Flash movie. It looks very good. I'm gonna be there opening night. I just hope that we are not seeing the best of the clips, and the rest of it be like, oh my god, I've seen.
No, I don't think so.
Like I
because we haven't even
in both. I didn't say I've seen it in both MCU and DC. You're like, oh. So I just hope it's really good.
The thing is, they haven't even shown Flash using his powers in most of this trailer. So I think they've sold it heavily on Batman. So like when we see Flash doing like the whirlwind thing and stuff like that, that's gonna be awesome, bro.
The one in the blue,
they showed just enough of Flash.
Whirlwind, brother.
The one in the blue Batman, is that Michael Keaton or is that
Ben Affleck?
Ben Affleck.
Yeah, the superior Batman.
This shot right here, dope right here. Like Supergirl coming in, fly as shit.
She's hard, bro. She comes.
She gonna be tight. And this is what Supergirl is. She doesn't care about humanity like Clark does. But this version is like drastically like more hardened and stuff. She was
I think she's just got out of prison.
Yeah, she's based Homelander. She was locked up in the lab. She grew up in the lab. Yeah, this was tight. This was tight.
Yeah.
I want to know who that other Flash is.
I think it might be what's the bet? Danny, you seen Flash season 2?
Yeah, I've seen all the Flashes.
Oh damn, which season was it? He did
Flashpoint.
Was it season 3 where he did Flashpoint? Was it season 3 where he did Flashpoint?
Yeah,
you know Grant Gustin's in this, right?
He might be. I don't know. But I hope he's in it. I hope he is.
I think season 3 was when he did Flashpoint.
Yeah, I remember. I think it was season 2 or 3. He ran into his past self. I think there's like that situation here, but in this case, he's running to a different Earth.
And that Flash is gonna like a black suit, right?
No.
Yeah, no. So that this evil Flash in the trailer, that's a totally separate Flash. Both the berries are like good. It looks like they're both fighting the evil Flash.
But one will probably be erased or something like that at the end of the movie.
Is that going to be very true? If he got it erased, like right there, that's evil Dark Flash.
The only Flash I ever known in the comic books when Black was Zoom, so maybe that's Zoom, which would be cool.
This evil one's based off the Black Flash. And you got Supergirl flying right here. Great way to end the trailer.
No, it's a mixture of Black Flash and Future Flash. Not Future Flash is not Savitar. If people say it is, it's not.
Yeah, it's not Savitar.
Like Future Flash is an evil version of Barry Allen where he goes
But Savitar is in a suit, right?
Yeah. Future Flash is basically evil version of Barry Allen where he basically kills all his rogues gallery in the future in the New 52.
I think he went bad because Iris died, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's in the comics. So the Dark Flash is a mixture of Future Flash and Black Flash.
We still have there's a TV spot with more footage. It's like 40-something seconds.
Yeah, let's do the TV spot. But like,
I watched it.
I honestly don't you feel like much more excited for this than anything that Gunn's talking about? Like, I know it's got a trailer and everything like that, but this is what I see DC. Like, this is the balance. This is the balance between trying to capture general audiences but keeping a separate identity from the MCU. This is the balance.
That this will rethink his decision to get rid of Henry Cavill. That's what I hope this does.
Right, exactly. They could literally go from this movie, do a couple other movies, and then do the Justice League they were gonna do anyway. I don't know. This overhaul reboot bullshit. I think I know those fans are.
I mean, he's gonna soft reboot it and keep some of these people. But you
Those
got
fans are
to.
toxic.
He could do all of it. If CW could do it, he could do it. In Flashpoint, the CW, Flash went back in time. He changed some few things, but for the most part, all the characters were the same. He could do that same thing in this.
And look, I'm not saying he can't keep Henry Cavill, but I'm just saying with Black
And
Adam,
the perfect thing with Black Adam is
for Henry.
when Henry Cavill came back, he was in the blue and red traditional suit. That could be the Flash.
Right now, I was happy and stuff when he came back, but like I said, nobody else turned up. I went to go support Black Adam 3 times because a part of me was like, all right, let's bring back Henry. If you show the studio with money that you want to see something, they're gonna like go off the money. Oh dang, we had Henry Cavill in his Black Adam movie made like 800 million. Yeah, let's keep him, Gunn. He probably would have considered something. That movie only did like 300 million.
Yeah, I think it would be.
Probably would have considered it if
because they're not DC fans. But this is the thing: a film like this, right? If it comes out, unfortunately with the Ezra Miller bullshit, that guy, I can't. It's going to be hard for me to forgive him for if he doesn't come out with a statement that explains all of that crap like really well. It's going to be hard for me to forgive him because like this movie looks great. And I think this movie could have won over a lot of fans to DC, and they could have gone from there. Get those fans, and the other fans or whatever who are the toxic ones. They're just, as everyone said, they're small vocal minority on Twitter or whatever. This could have boosted the fan base of DC and then gone from there.
I'm scared because Black Adam, I thought was going to do a whole lot more, and it didn't do it. So
I wish it did.
But Black Adam doesn't have it like this. This even you could see as much. I even liked Black Adam. I thought Black Adam was quite good, but it doesn't have it like this. This has got, as I said, that balance of distinguishing itself from the normal crap that comes out, but not crap, but like the normal.
With Black Adam, The Rock, like I said, I liked it, but he overhyped some of that action. And he definitely overhyped that story.
I don't think he overhyped the action. I think they spent too much money on the special effects, not enough on developing a better story.
That's because, like I say, you would have probably got more people come out because
the story was fine.
It was fine. Not saying it was bad, but like if it was just better, like Nerdman, you said the same thing with Aquaman. Like you think Aquaman's an average story, but you don't think the movie's bad. But if the story for you was a whole lot more. You would have liked it more. You don't.
Most people that I talked to were irritated by a little boy. Thought his character was irritating.
Right,
irritated by the uncle.
That shit was better written. Nobody wouldn't be complaining about the little boy.
Thought he was irritating, and also they didn't have the bad guy on there long enough. The bad guy was on there maybe a total of 15 minutes.
Yeah, but he was throughout the movie. They developed him, but it is form or whatever, like final form. He was only there for a few minutes, but I just think that movie. I can understand why people think it's bad. I think it's bad in a fun way.
Yeah, I do.
It's like an silly action movie. This one looks like a serious.
Black Adam was a slightly better Thor 4.
A secondary hero should not outshine the main character, and everybody said Dr. Fate outshined.
I thought even Hawkman was really good. I liked the portrayal of Hawkman. But anyway,
well, gentlemen, ladies, y'all have a good night. I'm going back to watch the rest of the Super Bowl. Just want to chime in there, but for the record, I hope it's a really good movie. I don't want to see it fail.
Yeah. Have a wonderful evening, Danny.
All right,
take it easy.
Danny, enjoy your Super Bowl.
Oh yeah, Rihanna's about to come on next, boy. You know I'm gonna enjoy that.
Hey, what other trailers were coming out during the Super Bowl?
Transformers and Guardians, but I don't give a fuck about no Guardians. I don't care about no Guardians.
Put teaser now.
All right, so this is a TV spot, guys. The extra footage.
What's happening? You changed the future. And you changed the past.
Ooh, what is that?
You see all different versions of his bat suits.
I want to live there.
That That looks like a scuba. That looks like some diving gear. These two suits in the back is the same.
Did you see the blue one with the white eyes?
This one right here, right?
Yeah, you can see the white eyes.
I see it as blue.
Really quick, guys. This would be the point that somebody says, "Get you somebody that looks at you like how Nerdman just looked at all those bat suits." Did you just see his eyes?
Man, this is just.
You can see the joy in your eyes. Like, I'm not trying to it's more than the thing that I'm
No,
saying. This is like excitement like all of us have right now. It's like, look at that. That is just beautiful.
You've mixed my fourth favorite DC character, Flash, with bringing back Michael Keaton as Batman. I don't know what else to do. Like, I can't believe I'm not crying right now. It's unbelievable to me that I'm not crying. This is more than I could have ever
Look at all the
expected.
different ones. They're beautiful. Look at them.
Hold on, let me.
I don't want James Gunn doing anything or the Warner Brothers doing anything to this movie. Just let Andy Muschietti do what he wanted to do. Like, honestly, like this is.
Yeah, you have to screen grab that one. That look at that. That's freaking beautiful. Look at all the different. Screenshot that.
Would you guys ever want, if like after this movie comes out, it's received very well? So some people said idea. Would you want Andy Muschietti do a Justice League film?
Fuck
yeah, man.
Absolutely.
Ends up being good. Now, the person writing it is Christina Hodson, who wrote Birds of Prey. Now, if she does good with this movie, I'll be heavenly.
People don't understand screenwriters, man. Screenwriters are just paid to do what the like. You know, unless you come up with your own script, like original script. But if there's like a studio project that is happening, if Christina whatever was told like, oh, we're doing Birds of Prey, this is the tone we want it in, this is the kind of thing, then she's just going to do that. If they tell her to do something else, if she's a skilled enough writer, she'll do that. So I wouldn't pay too much mind. Like there's like, if you look at the guy who wrote Silence of the Lambs and look at the other films he's written, you'll be shocked. Like it's like a great somebody who can write a great thing in terms of screenwriting can also write terrible things. So I don't pay like a lot of mind to that unless the person is just consistently bad. You know, like really like, you know.
All right, let me finish the rest. Oh my god!
Because wasn't Bumblebee? Some Bumblebee people were saying was good, right?
I didn't like that bullshit.
Oh, you didn't like it? Okay.
Yeah, I saw Bumblebee, and I said things I never ever wanted to say. I said, "Damn, bring back Michael Bay." Shit, just put the shit out of my face. That shit was a Nickelodeon original primetime movie. That shit was straight up for kids. I get it. Transformers was made for kids, but that shit was for kids. I seen
but also
that had more adult stuff in it.
I think Bumblebee was good, but I think people started criticizing.
I have my new background. Okay, sorry.
Right.
Criticizing the writer because of Birds of Prey. I think that's where
it wasn't. I mean, that was part of it too, but it was just because she made a weak like in that movie. Bumblebee was there's a scene in the movie where Bumblebee, this big giant robot, this human girl takes a wrench, puts it in front of his face, and he's like, "Ew." I'm like, what the fuck? That's why I said bring back Michael Bay, because they made Bumblebee a straight up punk in that movie. He ran from a wrench. That shit, ugh. Let's continue this epic trailer.
What did you do?
Want some help?
Oh, I gotta wait a minute. Did y'all see
that?
That
was good. Dude. That was good. Good.
Nah, look at that ass though. All right.
Oh, Jesus.
that one.
That shit's perky, bro. It's just looking at you, kind of like.
It is standing up.
What's up? What's up, fellas?
No lines whatsoever. No lines.
That gotta go on Twitter, man. That is art right there.
He's been doing his Pilates.
Some help?
You're.
Yeah.
I'm Batman.
Come on, bro.
Watch the full trailer online now. The Flash, only theaters June 16th.
Oh my god.
Man, what's that Batmobile?
They are focusing heavily on Batman, though, aren't they?
Yeah, I mean,
I don't think they wanted to show this, but because they have to not focus on Ezra Miller and whatever.
I mean, you gotta get people in this trailer. You gotta get people in. I think for me, they showed enough for the Flash, like just get me excited. Like them just clicking their boots together was enough for me to get excited. Like damn, over just the Flashes in this movie. But the Batman stuff, like I said, you gotta flex that Batman shit.
They did a mixture of, I think, everything. Like, in the trailer, they focused. You got big majority shots of the Flash, like, and also Michael Keaton's Batman as well, and Ben too. So like,
yeah, especially with Barry, like even saying like, you know, well, no, I want to live here because this is where my mom's at. It's like you've already pulled somebody in with that story. It's like, okay, I want to know more.
Yeah.
Because Andy Muschietti did say before this movie came out, and that's why Ben Affleck's Batman was asked to come back. This is a story about mothers, right? The story is heavily about mothers and stuff. And, you know, for those who are orphans or in a situation where they lost their mother, this is about mothers. Maybe fathers too. You know, fathers don't get enough love, but this is about the mothers.
Do you think Ben Affleck Batman will meet Michael Keaton's Batman in the movie?
I hope. I want them to interact. Hopefully in this movie, right? Hopefully there's a scene in this movie. If you remember from the Flashpoint comic when in the movie when Barry brought back that letter.
Oh yeah, I remember.
It would be cool if something similar like that happens, but they just rework it.
Yeah, they could rework it somehow, but maybe like the older Batman tells Ben Affleck, like, you know, I've lived through it and blah blah blah, and I don't know, you know, like I'm older and I know like you can get over it. So I don't know.
It's like, hey man, shit happens. Get over your parents already.
Yeah, exactly. It's been fucking years now. How many times have we seen them die? Like, stop having them flashbacks.
He needs to have a little bro moment with him. You know what I mean? That's what he needs to have.
But dude, I mean, I like this one as much. Like, so good.
I don't hate the MCU. I'm just replying back to a comment and thing. I don't hate the MCU. I'm just I've been a DC fan since I've been a little kid, and the MCU movies, in all honesty, and this is my honest opinion, all look the same to me. I can't tell the difference on them at all. And so in
why
that,
have you been arguing with me for years when I've been saying this shit for years?
And the guys, yeah, and then everybody here on the panel, we've known each other like what? We've been streaming with each other for a couple of years now. They all know how I feel about the MCU. Like that's why I was invited on here. I'm a big DC fan, and so sorry if that hurts people's feelings, but I do feel like as if, you know, Marvel is very much cookie cutter. Everything looks the same. And I honestly can't tell the difference. That's why it's like when you tell me a name like Ant-Man or everything like that, someone's like, it all looks the same to me. I can't tell the difference. So, but you know, hey, I don't wish them bad. It's just something I don't watch.
Yeah, I like DC better also.
And like I said, I don't like.
I swear I've been saying this for years, and everybody's been getting on my fucking back, and all of a sudden it's kumbaya with me. Okay.
I don't want to disagree because like the only MC movies I think for me recently that looked different from one another was something like maybe Shang-Chi, and Doctor Strange. That's about it.
Doctor Strange was good.
Visually stylistic. Everything else looked like, you know, your average, you know, MCU cinematographer coming in to do the shots and stuff. It's not very good. It's not just that they look the same and
it has a formula.
It has a soft look and you know, like Spider-Man No Way Home. It has this kind of soft look that it like it doesn't feel real. It doesn't feel like I don't know how to even.
Yeah,
I
it's
mean,
like
Spider-Man: No Way Home.
It's like
John
a
Watts has
Saturday
no
morning.
style
It's
with
like a
that.
Saturday morning cartoon.
Yeah,
It's like
it
an
has
extension
no
of a
style
Saturday
with that.
morning cartoon vibe, and but the Saturday morning cartoons were better. They were actually more emotional and
Sam
more like.
Raimi and Mark Webb with their Spider-Man adaptations, if you compare it to No Way Home and all the three of those Spider-Man movies, they had a distinct look to them. They had a distinct style. Like
Which the Spider-Man ones in the MCU? Or no, they didn't.
they don't have that.
I want to compare.
Whatever cinematographer they had for those movies, it's just some generic standard dude they got doing that stuff. They look below average.
Yeah, it's
like
just like
if
it's
you
like
compare them to the Raimi ones, or even the first, what's his name, Andrew, whatever. Basically all the Spider-Man movies that aren't in the MCU, I think are better.
Right.
Like Spider-Man 1 and 2,
Amazing
definitely.
Yeah.
Amazing Spider-Man, I think, is better than
but
not the Amazing Spider-Man 2.
Yeah, it's just like it's
And
like
then-
a lot of it's like there are Marvel movies that I have enjoyed watching, and I was like, wow, this is a nice change of pace. But it's just like it's very much Marvel has a Marvel's characters or Marvel's movies don't really make me immersed into them to where I think, oh my God, you pulled me into your universe. I think this is real. It's very much I can distinguish this is not real. And they have a formula where it's like, talk, joke, talk again, action, boom, boom, comedy again. It's just like it's very much off formula.
And all the action looks the same. It's like I compare it to kids putting their action figures together. You know what you used to imagine when you put your action figures together and like go pow pow and do it. That's how I feel their action scenes are. They don't have any kind of stylistic vision of the specific director. Like if you watch like Dredd or something like that, right? Yeah. Like the Dredd movie, and then you watch what's his name, the Kingsman or something like that. That has like these moments where it's stylized and it adds to the story the way the action is actually presented to you. It's not just simply let's just have a moment where because it's necessary that these characters have to fight, right? Like they actually will use something like the fact that these people are taking slow-mo drugs, right? And use that in the action sequence. Like I'm talking about Dredd. I don't know if people remember Dredd, but yeah. So I don't know. Again, I'm happy for people who enjoy the MCU. I think it's great. It's just not for me. Stormy said, I tried. I literally tried, and then it just got to a point where I was like, I just don't need these on my comic book movies.
All right, so James Gunn has confirmed. Someone asked it. Someone said, "Hey, please keep Andy Muschietti on as a DC director." He said, "Okay." All right, he's staying. He's staying. It's like, okay.
Can somebody ask him to take himself off the DC directors?
You should ask. I'm not gonna say that because I'm part of the Gunn cult, so I can't go against my leader.
And you go back to the MCU.
In about 5 more minutes, guys. Gonna get ready to wind it up. Damn, the trailer was tight. I already watched the Guardians trailer. I watched the Transformers TV spot that wasn't even nothing.
Stormy, what do you think? Do you think the James Gunn Superman's going to be tight? You looking forward to it?
I'm going to give it a chance. You know what I mean? I'm going to give it a chance.
What did you think of the Suicide Squad? James Gunn's. Was it any good?
There were parts that were enjoyable. Yes, there were parts. Again, I'm like one of those that's like I'm optimistic for what happens. Suicide One, it was okay. I did not really like it that much. Not my favorite. Suicide 2, I was like, okay, you brought me into the theater at least, and I actually, I enjoyed it. It was some funny parts into there, but I thought of it. I was just like, I'm gonna be honest with you. When I saw the movie, I thought, okay, you're over here doing the Guardians thing, where it's like a funny comedic thing. I don't need that. I need you to give me a little bit more. But anyways,
Serious
Yeah. So, but that's the
And
only
then
thing.
or creative. I thought, I'll give an example. Like I was thinking, oh, Polka Dot Man, you can do
Yes.
anything with him, right? In terms of his powers, because nobody cares about Polka Dot Man. In fact, he's kind of become a joke, right? So you bring Polka Dot Man in, and you kind of set things up so it looks like it's going to be interesting. Like, oh, what can he do? And then all he can do is like just explode stuff. It's like, okay, there was nothing unique or interesting about the actual power sets of these characters that he did anything with, given that he's going to get all these weird characters together. So I was just like, I don't know. And then you've got all the jokes and whatever.
Yeah.
It was all right. It was all right. I thought, all right, if you're going to make Suicide Squad that, then just keep James Gunn on that. And I would have been happy. But like, the whole universe, we'll see. That's all I can say. Why are you looking at me looking like that, K-Dots? You're on mute.
That's something else. I need to do an edit after this. But
anyone want the Machete universe instead?
I mean, I want him to come back for some shit. Like I said before, even for Flash movie, I think he was a good director. I didn't like It Chapter 2. I did like It 1. I liked his movie Mama. Oh, I was saying entire right, Mama, that he did. I liked it. God. He didn't direct too much stuff, but from what I've seen of him, I like what he did.
Mama is a cautionary tale, people. That is a that one right there.
Oh, did Andy Machete do Mama?
What's up, Bill? I sent you the link. You could have came in and say, share your love.
I didn't know. I didn't know Andy Machete did Mama. Was that him? Oh, I like that movie. That was all right.
Yeah, he did Mama. But he didn't do a lot. Like, and he did some like short films and stuff. But the biggest things he did was Mama.
That's the one with the black lady who's psycho. Yeah, yeah, that's good. What's wrong with it?
No, it's just the one with the with that ghost, the spirit, with the mom that tries to take the little girls.
Oh, the 2013 one.
Yeah, that one.
Okay. All right, not the other one. Not the other Mama one.
Mother or Mama. It was one of those, but it was either Mother or Mama.
No, it's Mama, but there's another movie that's called Mama too.
Okay.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, Mama was okay. It didn't really, scare me or anything.
Yeah, it didn't like wow me, but
it was okay. It was meh. What was my problem with Suicide One? It was Diablo. I didn't like him. I didn't like a lot of things.
Diablo. I like Diablo. I thought he was fun.
Well, I mean, it was over and St. Ron Suicide Squad, which I know what's up. The only good things from it was Will Smith, Margot Robbie, and Viola Davis.
Let me tell you something.
And the music, the soundtrack. That's it.
Let me tell you something. When Will Smith, that scene where he grabbed the gun and just started shooting, I was like, I would tap that like a maple tree. You see what that man did with the gun? Oh, when he did that, I was like, look at him. I was like, I will tap that. I was like, I'll just have your babies right here. I was like, let's just do that. I'm telling you, that man.
When he shot the gun and smelt it, make sure it was gunpowder.
Your fools are crazy. I enjoyed that movie. I mean, for what it's worth, maybe because it had such bad reviews, like I was expecting it to be like terrible, and then I kind of went in and I was like, oh, it's fun, whatever.
Yeah, I mean,
it's never going to be one of my favorite comic book movies, but I was just like, all right.
Killer Croc was good. I liked the way they did the makeup and everything on him. I like that. Now, was it all CGI? I'm not sure. I didn't look for the behind the scenes. But I liked how they did him. I'll give that credit. Enchantress did not like Enchantress. I did not like her at all. I did not like her.
Fair enough.
Yeah, I need her to go.
But I kind of felt like Amanda Waller was the real villain of that movie.
Yes, Queen. I loved her in that.
So yeah, when they were saying the villain is shit, I'm like, yeah, if you're saying. It depends on how you look at it, because you can have multiple villains in a comic book movie. Like, I feel like the Enchantress was like the physical villain, but like the intellectual or spiritual villain of that movie was Amanda Waller. So I don't know.
Yeah, I agree completely.
Yeah, I like the DCEU for the most part. I think there's only Wonder Woman 1984, which I just think is I don't even know what Patty Jenkins was thinking in that. I think it's one of the worst movies ever. And then Justice League. But apart from that, I'm trying to think if there's any other one that I really hate. Oh, Man of Steel to a certain degree, but that's more like comic book, like the kind of comic book nerd in me, like that's not Superman, like if you look at it as a movie in itself, it's got a lot of plot holes and it's got a lot of whatever, but it's got some good action. So I guess it's those three. Those are the three that I just don't enjoy. But everything beyond that, Batman v Superman, I know, I get it, I understand everybody's complaints against it, but I still enjoy that movie somehow. I think it's.
I will say this. Like, I'm just going to circle back really quick to what we were talking about earlier about Henry Cavill and if he came back. The problem is that even if he were to come back to do a goodbye, people are always going to continue bringing it up. It's kind of like the ex you have like a one night stand with, and then you just want to get that nice little bang out the way to go your separate ways. One of your damn asses is not going to go the separate way. One of y'all are going to cling on to that and think too much into it. So that's the thing that I think of these Twitter stands that are doing all of this stuff. Where I'm just like, you can bring them back if you want to do a conclusion or to say a goodbye. But that's never going to be enough for people.
It's never going to satiate them.
Never.
It's never going to satisfy. So that's why it's like you got to rip it off like a Band-Aid and just move on. It's like it's one of those exes. You got to just move on from it. You're not going to get closure. So just move on.
And I think that the thing is the logistics of it as well. Like you've got to bring back Superman is part of an ensemble, right?
Yeah.
It's not just Superman. It's like it's Lois Lane, it's Perry White, it's all of that cast you have to somehow bring back, for it to feel like the same Superman movie or to have that continuity with Man of Steel. And I don't think some of them want to come back. I think some of them are burnt out by DC. So I think a new start with Superman is, that's the one thing I think is a kind of good idea. I did hope that they could salvage it a little bit. There was a part of me that wanted them to salvage it, but not in the way these toxic fans do. Like,
no, because they can also it can also turn away. It's like you also have to think about this. It's like also maybe the actors themselves will see these Twitter stands and just like, why am I going to come back to this and give them exactly what they want? All they're going to do is just be more and more toxic to people. Why do I want to be a part of this? So they themselves could also be turned away from all of this.
They would have announced a Superman movie with Henry Cavill, and then the first thing they would have been like, if there was like Andy Muschietti directing or something like that, they would have been like, no.
Zack Snyder.
Bring back Zack Snyder. It's Man of Steel. It's just, it would have been going on forever. Then they even if they brought back Zack Snyder, it would be like, oh, well, it's going to be Hans Zimmer and these guys are fucking nuts. There's no way to satisfy them. Like they literally spent $70 million on a movie that they knew, they must have known couldn't really make them, the kind of money that's investing 70 million plus the already 200 million they'd invested before. It's not going to make them $1 billion, right? So they were just hoping for like some more HBO subscriptions. And they invested 70 million to just, put that movie out there for them that they've been asking for. Next thing they get is absolute hatred. Instead of like, oh, we appreciate that, fucking Warner Brothers. Like not even a week passed by. Like it's not even a day where there was just celebration, like, oh, hey, we did it. It was just like straight away, we want the Snyderverse. Look at what you did. You're all fucking, you may as well be child molesters the way they were talking about some of these execs. It was ridiculous. And, I think the Snyderverse is dead because of them. Not anything else. Because of them and fucking Ray Fisher.
That's why.
I'm always going to say it.
last thing I'm gonna say, because we do gotta head up out here because I gotta
Yeah.
put these edits together. I still stand by it, no matter what. Yeah, it was slightly better or not. I hate both Justice League movies. I think both of them have good things about them. I think they both have bad things about them. But I don't think it should have ever been released ever. Because like I say, when it came out, you gave them, here you go. It's like a roach. You don't feed roaches. If the roach comes in, he gonna start bringing in his cousins and his aunties and his nephews, and it's like, damn, I just gave one of y'all motherfuckers food. Y'all need to relax. That's just an example.
Yeah,
the movie should never came out because
No, I'm glad it came out.
It turned from the Snyder Cut to restore the Snyderverse, and now let's say you give them Justice League 2 and 3 and the Batfleck movie, then it's going to turn into restore more of the Snyderverse, and it's like, oh my gosh, it's going to asking. That's why I miss. I'm gonna say this.
I agree with that, but I'm still glad because imagine what that year would have been like. It would have just been Wonder Woman 84 that came out. DC would be dead. Like the fact that people actually liked the Snyder Cut a little bit.
I mean, that's fine.
That was helpful.
That's fine. I'm not sure if they liked it. They liked it. That's fine with me. But all I'm saying is, this is why I miss the times when I even say it's about the whole T'Challa shit. When we can just recast the superhero character and keep on moving to the next. I miss the times when we can just not even get a movie and just keep it pushing to the next thing. Because I always have that mentality. Like, we have so many Batman. We have so many Batman movies. We have so many Superman and different Superman stuff. So many anime, like all this, so many Spider-Man. It's like, I'm willing to move on. Yes, I'm having my issues with stuff coming up, but you got to keep moving forward at the end of the day.
The internet is a curse. I mean, think about how iconic Michael Keaton was before. This is before Bale and everyone was like, "That's Batman." Right. When Batman and Batman Returns came out, and then he got recast, and nobody said anything. Nobody was like, writing Warner Brothers threatening them, you execs are like pieces of shit. If that had have happened, now, with the way things are now, it would have been ridiculous. With the internet, it would have just got this collection of people who just can't just let things change, and then one day things will get better. It's like it's not.
Yeah, it's not the end of the world.
It's not the end of the fucking world.
Use your finger cardio for something else, people. Yes, you can explore that the way you want to. Nobody, basically I see things like, people are just like, what about this and that, but yet fans are the problem. Yes, we are the problem. We are. When we set DMs to people or at people at Twitter, and it's just not one, but it's thousands of people doing this, it's a problem. It's a problem especially with a society nowadays that's really big on mental health. It's really big where it's like, they don't want to deal with you. You're not something that you're a headache at that point. But with that being said, hey, just if you like a movie, you like it, whether or not you not, but you also got to respect people if they're going to move on. And if that is not, it's like, if they're going to move on from the project, respect it. From my understanding, Henry Cavill is already accepting of that and has moved on himself. Respect that as an actor. He has moved on. A lot of people have. It's not that big of a deal. As he said, some people get jobs, some don't. Hey, you live another day. It's okay. It's fine. With that being said, I would like to say thank you guys for thank you for inviting me. Thank you all, people that have been watching. You're spending your time with us on Super Bowl. And as we all know, time is very precious and is non-refundable. So thank you for spending your time. Make sure you hit the like and subscribe on my good friend K-Dot's page because he does need it. He creates amazing content and I love being here. So just want to tell you guys, I miss all of y'all. I miss our weekly rant. So this was really good. So I love you, Nerdman. Arkham, I have not been doing a lot of streams with you, but sending you love, sweetheart. K-Dots, as usual. Love you. I'm gonna get back to the Super Bowl, guys, but you guys have a wonderful night.
Stormy, before you go, could you DM me your Twitch? I've been trying to look for your Twitch.
Yeah, I'll DM too.
All right, cool. Thank you.
You're welcome. Bye.
Peace. Have a good one.
All right, guys, we're gonna get ready to close this up and head out because I want to do an edit real quick from some of this footage. Oh my gosh, gotta do an edit real quick. But Thank y'all for watching. Because that peace, love, positivity, and all that jazz. And don't do drugs. And I think I should close this out.
Yeah, he's a perfect example of why not to.
You know what? Let's close this out. Let's close this out on DC. You guys, deuces. DC for the win.